Look at the guy. Look at him. Oh, look at that. That is so cool to watch. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. And some of you are probably wondering, where in the heck I've been at. So earlier in the week, I actually ordered some things from Chewy to actually film a video with, but they randomly sent me an email saying my order had been canceled for like no apparent reason. So yeah, I didn't come in and I didn't have anything else to film during the week. But anyways, today I got some pretty cool little Tetras, and I wasn't planning on getting them actually, but they were at the store today, so I went ahead and got the 3 little dudes. But I'm going to talk about that in a second. But first, really quickly, I want to talk about the saltwater tank, because it's doing really good. It looks great and everything. 2 clownfish are doing great. The corals are as well. There's a little spider crab right there, or arrow crab. And the hawkfish is just chilling right back there. But you see this green looking, hairy looking stuff right there? That's called green hair algae. And it's more of a nuisance than anything. It's not that big of a deal, but it's ugly. Like, it's really ugly. And what sucks about this is that I just got rid of all the red algae that was growing down here on the sand. And now I got all that to deal with. Like I said, it's not that big of a deal, but I got 8 little hermit crabs today, and I'm going to put those guys in here and see how well they kind of take care of the issue, and if they don't really get rid of it, then I'll just take the rocks out and just really spray them down a good bit. So I'm going to set these little guys in here for a few minutes to acclimate, and I mean, they're nothing special, they're just some little blue-legged hermits, but like I said, they should help kind of take care of that problem. But the 3 little Tetras that I got today are called Emperor Tetras, and they're right here in the bag, not really colored up right now, but the problem with these little dudes is that they're not the easiest Tetra to keep. When you think of Tetras, you think of like really easy and really hardy fish, but these guys aren't the easiest to keep. But these guys were actually a trade-in that somebody had brought into the store, and they look pretty dang healthy, so I went ahead and got 3 of these little dudes, and they're going to be going right here in this hexagon tank with all the other Tetras and the 2 electric blue Jack Dempseys. I'll set those guys in there and let them acclimate for a few minutes. But check out the guppies. They are doing so good. All 3 of the females are actually pregnant, and I mean, just watch all the little babies come out. The babies are starting to get about the size now where they are almost as big as the little full-grown endlers right there. Look at that little guy right there. I mean, these guys are starting to get really big now. There's another one right there, and they just come out and just get every little piece of flake they can find. You see them getting that little piece right there? Look at that guy, if it'll focus. So yeah, those guys are all doing really good in here, and I do want to get a few males in here, preferably a few more cobra guppies actually, but I'm actually going to wait till the babies get all grown up, so that way I don't put any males in here. It kind of throws off everything and they start going after the babies and trying to eat them. So I'm going to wait till they get, pretty well full grown, and then we'll add a few more males in here. But back over here to the saltwater tank, I'm actually about to get a new light for this tank, and there's nothing wrong with the light that I have on here, nothing like that, but I'm going to talk more about why I want to get a new light for this tank, and talk more about the light that I'm going to be getting for it. But just know that the new light is going to be a really cool light, and I'll be able to do a lot more things with that light than I can with this one. I'm going to go and release all 8 of these little hermit crabs right here into the tank. These guys go, kind of spread them throughout the tank a little bit. But you can see some little patches of it starting to come out on the sand right here. So yeah, hopefully these guys will be able to take care of it. But yeah, like I was saying about the clownfish, they have been doing really good in here. They're really starting to come out a lot more now, and honestly, you're starting to eat really good now. Hawkfish is doing great as well, and like I said, so is the arrow crab. And I'm actually about to feed this tank, and I want you guys to watch how crazy this arrow crab goes when I put food in here. Check this out. Just watch these guys go. Look at the clownfish going out of this. Actually, some spirulina brine. I mean, just look at how well they're eating now. Just out of nowhere, like about a week or so ago, these guys just started eating really good one day, so that's great. But look at the arrow crab. Look how active he becomes when I put food in here. As soon as he smells it, this guy's just, look at him. I think he just grabbed a little piece right there. This guy just goes crazy as soon as he sniffs out one little bit of it. And I've actually been feeding this tank twice a day. I'll feed these guys some little bitty pellets in the morning, and then in the evening time I'll feed these guys some spirulina brine like I'm doing right now. I'll feed them a little bit more, and that's pretty much all these guys need. Look at the guy. Look at him. Oh, look at that. That is so cool to watch. He just snagged another piece right there. Look at that guy, and he's not doing it right now, but I've noticed that he started to get up there on the little overflow compartment up there, and he'll let the current just flow things right into his mouth. It's the coolest thing to watch. But yeah, look at him. He's just sitting right here in the front of the tank, and let things, like I said, just kind of flow to him. And there's the little algae that we got in the last video for the Dragonstone tank. He's been doing great in here. The Lupe has been leaving alone. You can see him right there, ready for some food. Monte Carlo is doing great as well. Really cannot wait for this stuff to really start taking off in the tank and really spreading all throughout the tank. This thing is going to look really good once it starts to do that. And check it out, I actually took the piece of driftwood out of the pea puffer tank that was sitting right there in the middle. He's still kind of upset about it, but I'm trying to get this dwarf hairgrass to really start spreading all throughout the tank and not just over here in this side, you know, it's doing really, really good. And if I can get it to really start spreading all throughout the tank, kind of the same thing with the Monte Carlo, and this tank will be looking really, really good as well. And the pea puffer will absolutely love it. Dude, it's about time now to go and pop these guys right on out of the bag and get them into the tank. I kind of spooked everybody, but all the tetras and all the other fish in here are doing really, really good. You can see the credenza's actually right there. I didn't really give you guys the best look at them, but here they are into the tank where you guys can see them much better. That other one would come out of the net. There he is. And these guys, I didn't mention this, but these guys are only going to be in here temporarily. I do not want them staying in there. They're pretty small to be in this tank anyways. These guys should do just fine in here for the time being. They're actually going to be going into a tank that I don't even have set up yet, but it's going to be a pretty dang cool little tank. But yeah, these guys are one cool looking little Tetra. I might actually end up getting a few more of these guys if they do really, really good. That guy right there is actually the little bit bigger one of the three, but for now, these guys, like I said, should do just fine in here. Now the next morning, thought I'd come out here and feed the goldfish pond really quickly. Now it's pretty cold out right now, so they're not the most active. They're not up here, you know, eating already. Kind of takes them a few minutes to kind of get going when it's really cold like this. So you can see one of them coming up right there, and they'll kind of start to, you know, near the surface and stuff like that. But when it's really, really cold, they tend to stay near the bottom where the water's a little bit warmer. But you can see them all coming up there now and eating on the flakes and the pellets. And there's a little baby butterfly koi right there. Oh. There's the bigger butterfly koi right there. But yeah, all those guys are doing just fine. Like I said, it's just pretty cold out and they're just not eating quite as much right now. But in the springtime, I've got some pretty big plans for this pond. I actually plan on taking this pond up out of the ground. This is a pre-made pond. It's not one that I actually built myself. But I plan on taking this pond up out of the ground and actually building like an in-ground pond somewhere right over there in that corner. And it is going to be a little bit bigger than this. It's not going to be like huge, but it will be bigger than 120 gallons, which is how big this pond is. So stay tuned for that because that is going to be pretty dang cool when I do build that pond. As for the emperor tetras that we put in this tank last night, there's one of them right there and another one right there behind the plant. That's a little bit bigger one, and then the other one is just chilling right back there behind the Amazon swords. These guys are still kind of waking up. That's why they're kind of slow moving right now, but I just dropped some brine shrimp in right there. That guy's still pretty full. He'd normally be up there getting the whole entire chunk and taking it for himself, but I fed him a good amount of food yesterday. That's why he's still kind of not really eating the most right now, just kind of picking around the bottom. But our little bitty emperor tetras are doing just fine. Like I said, they're just going to be in this tank temporarily, and then eventually they're going to be moved into another tank that I'm kind of in the midst of scaping right now. But let me know what you guys think of them, and if you think I should get a few more of them, because I think they're pretty cool little tetras. They're just not the hardiest, and it's kind of hard to find really good and healthy ones. I've got a really, really cool scape that I'm working on right now, and I think you guys are going to absolutely love what I'm getting for the tank. Don't forget to drop a like on the video and hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And with that being said, guys, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.